Welcome back to the Lovecast with Luke and Liam.
Lovecast.
Here we are.
That's what we're going to call it.
The Lovecast, exactly. We jumped on the socials this morning and I asked for some questions, and obviously I wrote a couple down as well. In regards to that, you, Liam, I think not a lot of people sort of know the bones of you. Like everyone sees this pretty confident, high achieving agent that's been a part of the lot business for 10 plus years. And let's get into it, eh?
Let's do it.
Is there any questions I can't ask?
You can ask any questions you like.
Dangerous words there, my friend. Dangerous words there. Okay, first question. Why did you get into real estate? Why real estate?
Yep. I actually had the option to do whatever I like, despite those who would think, my dad pushed me into it. Obviously, he's been doing it since 2000. I just felt like it was the best industry for me to create a legacy. That's all.
So you want to create a legacy?
Yep.
So that would be what your why is. Your why is to create a legacy.
And
what do you mean by creating a legacy? What does that sort of...
I want to... I know everyone says they want to do it different and that sort of thing, but I genuinely want to create such an impact in the industry, not only in my peers and other agents, but also clients. I just want to do it completely differently. I want to be known for the right reasons. I just want to show people as well, like young people, what is possible. So I guess that's what it is. I just want to prove a point and show people what's possible if you really put your mind to it. Yeah, and then went to uni. I finished school in year 12 and then just got into real estate straight away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just a kid, fresh, and just didn't have just no excuses.
And to be bigger than Steve.
Be bigger than Steve, yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of ties into the next couple of questions.
Yeah.
Goals for the next year,
Yep.
3 years, and 5 years. And they got some pretty exciting stuff happening, and then maybe it's something you can touch on as well.
Yep. Year one. So in the next 12 months, I want to be speaking at some big events. So I'm gonna really put myself out there, and show everyone what I'm capable of. I think I've been laxing for a little bit. I've been just been coasting, and I've just I went to Arik recently. It lit fire inside of me. I know what I'm capable of. I'm going out there to prove a point. So next 12 months, you'll see me some big events.
Yeah.
3 years, I want to be in my dream home, in my dream spot with my fiance, and I'll be married by that point, hopefully. Mandy.
That was literally my next question. So yeah, now you're getting married.
Well, next year, next year, October. That's when I want to get married. Been engaged now. That'll be about 3 years.
10 years, yeah.
3 years this year. And
Next
next,
engagement in Bullroar history.
huge. And then 5-year goal would be to have helped forge a business that is one of the biggest privately held agencies in Australia.
Yeah.
That's a 5-year goal.
Now you keep going back to this point where you're like, you want to prove a point, or you want to, do a thing. And where does that stem from? Like, what is the point that you're trying to prove? Like, is it to yourself? Is it to...
That's deep, hey?
Is it to dad? Is it to Mandy? Like, where does that, like, you've got so much drive and so much like aggression and so much like, this is what I'm doing. And there's a big tunnel vision, which is so, like, I obviously say it, and hand on heart here, guys, Liam works double the amount of hours as me, and that's no word of a lie. And I don't work 10 hours a week either. So
I reckon so I reckon a lot of agents that do well in the industry, they're wanting to prove a point. Like, I think that's true. I think a lot of agents like have been bullied at school or had ADHD or that sort of thing. For me, like, I wasn't the most popular person at school, wasn't the most popular guy. So, and I was bullied like severely at a young age by, like, I was in year 5 and he was in year 12. And I still remember your name and coming well.
that is gold.
So I actually
Are you gonna make him tap out?
huh?
You're gonna make him tap out, or are you just gonna...
So no, it's happening. Yeah, opportunity to won't see it coming. No, but like, I was bullied pretty severely in school. Wasn't the best looking guy. Wasn't the most popular.
So I watch his trends.
What's that? I got changed, still the same. But no, and I just, I didn't get the best grades in school. And I just feel like I need to show myself. Like I need to show.
It's a proven to yourself.
So I need to show myself. Like I don't want to get to the end of my life and be like, what did I do? Like, why did I live to my capacity? So every day I'm like, I'm living up to my full capacity. Like my biggest fear is not doing what I'm capable of.
Yep.
Like what a scary thought.
I think for someone who's come from outside of the business and like, you know, there's a few people that comment, you know, you work with Steve's son, he's really paving your own way. Like Steve is working now, not in the business, where it's on the business and growing the business, and there's some big things happening, and we're sort of working in the business to make it grow. And to Lee's credit, like he certainly doesn't leave anything to chance with hours worked and attention to detail and advice, like even for things how I've done business before, and like we sort of cross and spear fire, you know, even this morning in the sales meeting. You always take everything on board and you really are all of that growth, and that's a credit to you, man. Like I think it's very, very hard. I've worked for my dad before, and being the directors or the owners, the bosses' son, it's hard work, and you do it in your stride, man. It doesn't ever seem to bother you. And I think going back to like what you said, you were bullied, and like you're everyone's favorite person in the business. Like you really are the keeping everyone happy, but keeping everyone on task as well. Like you're hard, but you're fair. And yeah, you're obviously the highest achiever in the business as well, man. So that's it's a big life change, and you should be really proud of yourself, I think. So
Yeah, I've never wanted my dad's name to be the reason why I've done well.
Yeah,
like I've always just wanted to do it myself.
100%.
Like I just wanted it to be because of me.
Yeah, and I think you're doing that, man. Like I actually do think you're doing that. Life outside of work, hobbies, things you do and you do every week. What do you do with your life, or do you just work 7 days a week?
Yeah.
Well, he just does work 7 days a week.
I've stripped it back to 6 days a week. So I work 6 days a week now. I do jiu-jitsu every single night. So that's my outlet. Like without that, like I wouldn't perform as well at work.
Yeah.
So,
but you just jiu-jitsu out.
You 100%. I need it. I need to get strangled, and I need to strangle people at the same time. So,
but what you're passionate about too, man. Love it. If you ever jump in the car and he's listening to podcasts about jiu-jitsu or
it's true.
Or man. Josh is really to talk to you about what he's went through last night.
Right.
So that's cool, man. I love that.
It's just like something else to, like, I feel like obviously not like number one here, but then you go to jits
to helps you smash
at the bottom. Like I'm at the bottom. I've loved starting from the bottom. I've actually found a lot in that. Gives you another mission, something else to focus on outside of work,
and it gives you an outlet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So like for me, obviously I don't do a lot of sports or anything. Obviously I need to probably start doing some exercise, but don't look as fit as 12-pack like Lamb. I guess my outlet is obviously my kids, and I'm pretty codependent on Laura too because we do everything together, but literally. But that's cool, man. You've got that as well.
And then obviously, like, you know, me and you and I, we've got our own rituals and Sunday specials, evening routine together. And then, we've got a Sunday special. So we make sure 100% without doubt to go for breakfast every Sunday morning. That's that thing.
You love that.
Love it.
You know, actually, I do. Actually, you know what? The only time you won't ever get a hold of Liam is probably Sunday morning or when you're at jits.
100%.
Yeah.
You will not get a hold of him out for...
That's what you do that Sunday, bro, because I know 12 months ago it was probably
very different.
Different story.
Very different.
That's probably one thing I've been influenced, Joe.
I think I massively there. Left genuinely huge.
If there's a question, when are you actually getting married or are you just staying engaged?
Yep.
Kids?
Not sure yet. Like it probably will. Like I do believe it will. I am 27 this year. Obviously, Mandy's a little bit older than me. Looks much younger than me though. Well done, Mandy. I'm thinking, when I'm 30 plus.
Yeah,
that's when
it's a good time, man.
Yeah,
like I'm 30. Yeah, we didn't do a lot of trouble. We want to do ours a little bit older. That's what we do. Oh, we had ours a bit younger.
Yeah, but
it's each their. I mean, you probably set yourself up financially much better than what we did. So, what have you enjoyed the most about Luke joining, and what is the thing you've hated the most about Luke joining?
That's a big one.
Let's go with enjoyment first. That's
an English question. So enjoyment is the passion, enthusiasm, and like obviously we're at the same skill level. We just do it differently. Like, there's no one way to see a cat, as you would say. So I like the fact that I can take things that you've done exceptionally well, and you could take some things that I've done well. But I just think we've been able to create this duo, and been able to integrate like how we both do things to absolutely take it to the next level. And obviously, like I'm very Geminized. You're a super modern agent as an attraction-based agent. I just think those two things, like it give me that, like I said before, it's relit the fire inside of me.
Yeah. I'm really excited about that one in Royal Close, like how you've taken all the stuff that I do, like paint stage style, like my go-to.
Yeah.
How excited you've been in that process, and shout out Dan Wilson for everything you do for us, mate. You're a legend. We couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it, and you watch it probably sell first week for others, and
You guys wait. So what we've done, Luke and I have listed a property in Wallsend. It's a premium property, but it was tenanted. So what we've done is waited for the tenants to vacate the property. We're getting the whole property. We're project managing. So Luke and I are project managing a full renovation in order to maximize the owner's final sale price. It's their last investment property they're selling. So, and they're at the retirement stage in life. So we're making sure they get the absolute most for that property as they possibly can. And the buyer in return is going to get an amazing product. I don't care. The house is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's an Edinburgh, like it's high end. So we're just giving it a level of care that it deserves, really.
especially when it's dual frontage too, which you don't get a lot of in Wallsend. Like it's certainly not like a suburb like New Lantern or, even Carrington and stuff like that. There's lots of those dual frontage for West Wallsend.
Yeah.
Don't really get a lot of dual frontages in Wallsend. So
No.
keep your eyes peeled. The big boy.
What have I hated the most?
Yeah.
So I love it, but I hate it at the same time. Your like radical candor is like off the grid. Hey, like your radical. So your ability to just like absolutely call things for exactly what they are is challenging. So it doesn't matter. Like we've got the highest respect for each other, but if I'm doing something you don't agree with, just like, nah, Liam, why are you doing that? That's bullshit. Like, don't do it.
It's black or white.
Don't.
You know where you stand with me.
100%. That's what I like about it is you know where you stand with you. Yeah. But I think that's the thing I hate the most is that
Sometimes
just feel like you're you're challenging me for.
you do the same with me too. Agree. We did the same with the whole data conversation out of the day. You were, I don't agree. I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
But like, that's good that we can have those conversations, and then 15 minutes later, we're good.
The growth conversations.
They are.
Mm.
That's straight out of the Stephen Cromarty handbook. That kind of.
Probably.
Yeah. Love it. Copyright, lad. Well, what area are you passionate about, Leon, and most passionate about?
Yep.
And why you're heading that way?
Yep. Birmingham Garden Walls and Elmervale. They are mums and dads, first time investors, sometimes seed investors, but typically first time investors.
Wallsend's the biggest growth corridor, and the days of 2 suites has a
Massive growth corridor.
in Cardiff, obviously it's either 2285, but they're the biggest growth corridors, in my opinion.
Massively.
Newcastle, Macquarie.
It plugs into what you're doing, but it also means that we can both contribute to each other moving forward.
You just wrote not tails.
Yeah. I just took it easy, but really.
No, you said to me ages ago you wanted Wallsend.
Yeah.
Well, no one does Wallsend properly.
No, well, 200.
No disrespect, please don't take that to heart, anyone. But
Over 250 sales a year, right? In
the shit he signed with 150.
Correct.
There was 111 sales in last year. I did 60 of them.
And that's
Dominate.
That's farm area done properly. So I just see a big gap there.
And how are you doing that? Who are you plugged in to help you build that farm area?
Yourself and Renee.
Renee Loaders, Renegade. If you're looking to build in a farm area, not in Newcastle, Macquarie, don't call her then because we're using her.
That's right.
Give Renee a call. She's the goat, isn't she? She's great.
Big time.
And she's super accountable too, which I know you've loved.
Love it.
What have you had a suburb record or sale that you remember the most and the story behind it? Can you give us a bit of the story, Len?
Gosh, it's hard. Like I've been doing this I've been selling property now for 8 years. So there's been a few great moments.
Like you've got one sale that really hit home for you, or like a high sale price?
There's a few. Like for instance, I was actually the first person to sell a non-2-story house in Billy's Lookout for over $1 million.
Yeah.
That was 2021. So I was the first ever property that sold in Billy's Lookout for over $1 million. That was a 1-level house on a 450 million square block. So that was a good result.
Huge.
Yep, that was 194. Oh, no. It was on Fisherman's Drive. I forget what number. Then there was, it's really funny, this townhouse in Morrison. I've actually sold 6 properties now for these clients. Are actually like family to me now. Like we go out to dinner together and that sort of thing. And
they're the best client.
Man, they're awesome. Mark and Trey, shout out. You guys are legends. I sold their son's house too. We got more than what the local agent said it's worth as well in Thornton. But sold their townhouse in Morrison. They said if they could get 500, they would be stoked. Like absolutely stoked. 500, they'd be happy. the most recent comparable sales in the complex was a bit better, a bit superior to a property with no tenants in there. It sold for like 510.
Yeah.
We got 560, and that like when what they were planning on doing, like it was great.
Change it up.
Yeah, so even though it's not like this $1.5 or $2 million sale, like it was 560, but it like meant so much to them. So that's all I like.
And when you give good service too, you get those good, like, you know, and people are happy to write on the wall or give you a testimonial.
Yep.
Last but not least, if you weren't in real estate today, what would you be doing in Cromarty?
Professional jiu-jitsu athlete. I'm not joking.
I was actually tapped out twice last week, bro. There's a reason why they call you 007.
Oh, don't. But it's podcast now. No, I would say I'd actually be
History teacher or something at school.
I was going to be like a dentist, eh?
Yeah.
I wanted to be a dentist. I was like tossing up between real estate and dentist, and I was like, I was saying I have full send it, and I just couldn't do that in dentistry.
No.
Well, not unless you own your own practice. And it's just, you know.
So you brush your teeth a couple times a day. You won't, no? Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So I actually want to get your opinion on this. It's just something
Bit of a quick Q&A, yeah?
Yeah. So the loud agent versus the quiet achiever.
Yep.
In a world of self-promotion, can the humble agent still win?
No.
Explain.
Who's the most humble agent you know? Exactly. Who's the loudest agent you know?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like you have to do it. It's self-promotion, right? You got to be an attraction agent.
Yeah.
You got to be able to talk about great results, and you got to be able to back it up. And if you can't back it up, like I had crucified, like we see on that.
Yeah.
Like Facebook community page the other day, I made one single comment, just in my opinion, and got crucified for it.
Yeah.
And we had a laugh, but you know, some property knows hard sauce.
Wow. TikTok tours and Insta homes. How do you think, like, what do buyers expect from social media videos and that sort of thing? When
This is your $5 million buys you in Sydney. Let's check it out. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Troll hooked on them. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in to the Lovecast with Liam and Luke, and we'll see you again next week. Cheers.
You.